Hi everyone, welcome to the video. Today we will be looking at Ledger, one of the most popular crypto hardware wallets used to store your crypto offline in a secure manner. Besides talking more about some Ledger devices, I'm going to talk a bit about Ledger Live in addition to a market update, and I will touch on a few relevant articles as well. This must be said before continuing, none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for educational purposes only. Please do your own research, and the last thing is that none of this is paid advertising. For those who are new to the space, you're wondering what is the purpose of these hardware wallets. People want to find ways to store their crypto where they have full control over their assets and want to protect them from hackers. Enter Ledger. This is, in my opinion, one of the best devices on the market. It has plenty of reviews and it's been around for several years now. They've got the Nano X and S, the two most common choices in Ledger's range. Jumping over to a wallet comparison, the Nano S is just as secure as the Nano X. However, the Nano X, you can readily access your crypto assets or a larger number of them at the same time through Ledger Live. Nano S is roughly half the price of the Nano X. If we scroll back to, here it is, the Ledger Backup Pack. Some recommend getting one of each as a backup in case you lose one of them or something happens. If you're on a budget and you are vigilant about protecting the device and the backup phrases, one of these should suffice. And I recommend, again, not financial advice, but if you're going to hold crypto, especially a large amount, or an amount that you don't feel comfortable holding on an exchange which runs the risk of getting hacked, then it is a worthy investment. Especially on top of that, I will mention at the moment there is a promotion. As a quick side note, as I indicated earlier, this is not paid advertising. However, if you choose to purchase a Ledger device using my affiliate link, I get a small amount of the sale, and that's at no extra cost to you. So at the moment, through this Coin League promotion, it's available for a few more days. You vote and you get 20% off your Ledger Nano X. There is another hardware wallet from Ledger which is not promoted as much, but I will discuss it briefly. It's called Ledger Blue. For those not looking at the screen, it is essentially a hardware wallet but as a tablet. Now it is considerably more expensive, but a couple of things I will mention before someone else points it out. Yes, it is sold out at the moment. However, I don't think it's discontinued, otherwise I assume they wouldn't have it available on the website. And despite being expensive, this has free shipping as opposed to having to pay for the other devices. But anyway, it's good that they've got these different options, so you've got a selection that you can choose from. Now, some of you may be thinking, why am I constantly talking about Ledger? And I mention it in most of my videos. And to be fair, I will acknowledge there are other hardware wallets, and these are good options as well. As I said, having a hardware wallet, the best option if you want to store your crypto in a secure manner, especially if you want to ensure that you are not at the mercy of an exchange getting hacked or governments trying to interfere with your funds. Besides that, another reason why I really like Ledger, it's because not only is it user-friendly with the Ledger Live option, it has, in my opinion, and what I've seen in recent years, the most extensive range of support for crypto assets, a vast swathe of them. And I've been using this for 2.5 years now, or at least I use the Nano S. I have not experienced any issues, but feel free to chime in with your experience, thoughts and criticisms, whether you like it or not. I welcome people to give their input so that others can make an informed decision before going ahead with this, if they choose to do so. Now, let's talk a bit about Ledger Live. I'm going to show you some of the features with my crypto wallet so you can see exactly what it looks like. What I was thinking of doing was to reset my device and then start it from scratch so you could see the process. Personally, I don't want to lose the transaction history and the settings that I've got. So the good thing is as well, as a quick side note, if you set up your device and you happen to forget your password, you don't lose your private keys and you don't lose a single cent or Satoshi if you're dealing with Bitcoin. You don't lose any funds, which is a relief. So I type in my password. Here I am on the platform or the application. Do factor in as well, what I recommend is it's good to do periodic updates for extra security on top of what is a safe way to store your crypto. Now to backtrack slightly, because I've avoided reinitializing the device, what it will prompt you to do if you are a first time user, you unlock it, once you link it, it'll do a quick verification check. This whole process to set up the device and add a password will just take a couple of minutes. But then once you're done, you just log in just like any regular account. Okay, so we've got the portfolio and the respective asset allocation. So if I jump over to accounts, something worth pointing out, if I look at, say, tokens, for example, this is a very important consideration when you toss up between which wallet you choose to buy. Well, again, if you choose to buy one. If I jump back to the comparison between the Ledger Nano devices, it says here store between 3 to 20 apps, and then this one here up to 100 apps. If you go back to the Ledger Live tab or website, you scroll down and it says safely send and receive 26 coins and over 1,250 ERC20 tokens. So going back to my Ledger Live, notice how it can store quite a few different tokens. I will admit it's Ethereum plus 9 tokens. What I assume is you can store many more cryptos, or at least ERC20 tokens, on this Nano S without it occupying any more space. Now let me explain. Okay, one second. What happens is sometimes if your device is idle, I assume it's a security feature, it just locks itself, which is good. So now that I've unlocked it, it will prompt me to allow Ledger Manager on your device. So I do that accordingly. As you can see, if you go on the Manager tab, it will show you the different apps that I have on here. It is very limited, so we've got 6. But the good thing is, if you can store, let's say, several dozen ERC20 tokens, or maybe over 100, don't quote me because you only saw just about a dozen before, less than that. This would make it appealing to anyone wanting to store predominantly Ethereum, ERC20 tokens, or maybe a couple of other coins or cryptos. Nano S could be a suitable choice. So that is something to bear in mind, food for thought. Another point I want to make, it's like a crypto security PSA. Back to the main website, if we scroll down to the bottom and we look at retailers, this is essential info if you're new to Ledger or just crypto, to make sure that you are getting a genuine brand new device to avoid the risk of getting hacked. And it's not much help if you don't follow precautions, and if your device is compromised, then you could potentially lose everything. And I'm not joking there. So what you need to do, if you choose to purchase a Ledger, any hardware wallet, I recommend looking at it should either be under retailers or resellers, so authorized resellers. First and foremost, make sure it's the official ledger.com or shop.ledger.com website. We've got the Amazon choices for Amazon. If you're in the USA, here is a list of retailers, Germany, France, so on and so forth. Purchase it directly through either Ledger or one of them. The reason I say this, in a nutshell, without digressing too much, there have been instances where they've purchased a second-hand or a compromised wallet, where what's happened is, you know the list of recovery words or recovery seed that I alluded to earlier? What is standard practice and the secure way to approach it is when you turn on the device, it will prompt you to write these words in order, and you have to write them down. So they have to be offline. What's happened is, I'll include articles that will go into this in more detail. They have written codes down in advance. They've then resold the device to someone who's unsure of how this works or just didn't suspect anything. And they added funds to this second-hand device. And what the hacker did was they had the copy of the pre-written 24 words. They stole a lot of crypto, and the person would have been distraught. Very difficult, if not impossible, to get the funds back. Okay, and this is not financial advice. You have to be careful. There are jerks and pieces of, in our society that make life difficult for most of us who do the right thing. And this is also tarnishing the name of Ledger and any other hardware wallet. Do not take shortcuts. It's just not worth it. Anyhow, now that's been said, I know I've digressed, but that is important. A new feature in Ledger Live, you can purchase crypto directly to go back onto your Ledger device via their partner. And the good thing is you pay by card or you can do a bank transfer. It has a lower rate of commission. It's much better to do this directly than having to go via an exchange and then transfer it. Another useful feature, I think overall, it's sleek, user-friendly. It's advanced yet simple to use. It provides support for various cryptos, and what I will cover in a future video, you can stake cryptos such as Tezos, a separate video because there's quite a bit of detail to cover. So that coming up soon, and we're going to jump back to the website. I've covered most of the information you need to know. You can stay up to date through their blog. I came across this literally just a minute ago, and this is through their website. This is a hacks timeline. it reinforces the benefits of having a hardware wallet. Do bear in mind that Mt. Gox, that looks tiny, but at the time, that was a huge amount. That was an astronomical amount of Bitcoin. It was literally worth peanuts back in 2011 compared to now. And as you can see, major hacks have occurred on exchanges. That's all I'm going to say about ledger devices. Look, you be the judge in terms of what option suits you. I hope that information has been useful. Just before doing a crypto market update, I'm going to touch on a few articles, so it's mostly identifying the headlines here. That's been on the interwebs at the moment in the crypto sphere. So this one here from the Daily Hodl, Bitcoin whale fires off massive $184 million transaction, spreads crypto fortune across hundreds of wallets. So this was equivalent to, this is based on the Twitter page Whale Alert, 19,631 BTC. My goodness, I would love to have even just 1% of that. If we go to Crypto Slate, this has been a significant topic as of late, how the Ethereum DeFi market just blasted past $2 billion to a record high. And for those who have no idea what DeFi means, it stands for decentralized finance. So you imagine the current financial system, but done in a decentralized peer-to-peer manner using blockchain technology or distributed ledger technology, and it's set to revolutionize the entire system in the coming years. Hopefully it gets more people to support crypto in general. And on top of this, it says a surprising, and this is from another piece from Crypto Slate, a surprisingly large portion of Ethereum's user base comes from non-DeFi apps. Other than the Daily Hodl and Crypto Slate, CCN also provides some pretty good coverage of crypto news in addition to some other topics. If you want further information specifically about DeFi, there is DeFi Pulse and some of the major cryptos involved in the space. So we've got Aave or Lend, its corresponding token, has been one of the best performing assets over the past few months. And on that note, let's have a look at the overall crypto market. And I predominantly use either Coin Paprika or Live Coin Watch. And as a very quick side note, in case you're wondering, you can toggle between night and day mode. But as I'm recording this at night, let's go to night mode. So Coin Paprika, based on their data, here is a summary of the crypto prices. Bitcoin at $9,225 per BTC. Ethereum $240. XRP at just below 20 cents. Cardano, now it's had a pretty good week so far at 11 cents and a lot of excitement around the Shelley mainnet launch. Litecoin, $44 per LTC. Binance Coin, $16.71. EOS, $2.62. We've got Tezos, $2.46, or Chainlink, I should say. How could I forget Chainlink? They are $5.83. They set a new, well, they actually broke a few all-time highs over the past week or two. Well done to anyone holding any link. See what happens moving forward. Monero, $66 per XMR. VeChain, another stellar performer over the past 7 days, up 54%. It is at 1.5 cents. Neo, $10.61. Dash at $71.27. And scrolling down, I've got a couple of notable mentions here. Kyber Network, look, they've had a mediocre week. Well, compared to other cryptos, they're down, but over the past month, they've also done pretty well. But one of these stellar performers is Aave or Lend. The token has been the best performing crypto, at least in the top 100, if probably not across the whole board, over the past 12 months or even, okay, let's go back into day mode. There you go, if it's a bit easier to see. Since the beginning of this year, for those not looking at the screen, the price as of, okay, we've got the 2nd of January, was at 1.7, so just under 2 cents. It is now at 18 cents. It actually it eclipsed 20 cents, albeit momentarily, earlier this week. It's been on a constant rise. I think it's shot up, about 54 times from where it was. That's enormous. If Bitcoin managed to do that now, people would lose their minds. Anyway, that's a wrap for the prices, and that's a wrap for the video. I hope you enjoyed this. What are your thoughts about the various ledger devices, or do you have a preferred alternative, or just general thoughts about exchanges and cryptos? If you found this video useful, give it a like, click subscribe and follow the channel if you are interested in staying up to date with my latest content. Share this with anyone who you think will benefit from this material. If you have something to say or you just want to say g'day, by all means, feel free to leave your feedback in the comments section. Hope you're all having a wonderful day or evening, wherever you are. Stay safe, and I'll be talking to you soon. More videos coming shortly. Thank you, and take it easy.